Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be discussing Dixie D'Amelio and her new song. People are really going in on her, really going in on her about, the fact that other people leave the music to the artist and just really being mean. I feel like this is specifically on TikTok. TikTok is just a very mean place. For some reason, TikTok is just really mean to every single person. However, I do understand that, a lot of people feel that way. People feel like, she doesn't really deserve the recognition from the musical perspective, because they say that her voice isn't, as nice, and she doesn't really have a good voice compared to other artists that are not really recognized, and she's only getting this clout because of Charlie and just, all of that stuff, and she's taking advantage of that. If you go onto YouTube and look at the comment section, people that have actually listened to the song have said that she seems to have improved, and the song has a lot of potential, because the song actually talks about anxiety and having a lot of roommates and a lot in her head and just mental illness in general. And in the song, she's actually being very vulnerable. From my perspective, I think it is fine for people to take advantage of whatever opportunities they have, especially when it's one of that huge following. If you want to transfer your following to something else, it's fine. But I also do understand that people think she doesn't really deserve to be where she's at, and she didn't really put any effort in to get to that point. I do understand that, and I do agree with that from a specific point. I feel like people should just leave them alone. If you don't really like them, why comment something negative under someone's post? Why do that? It really doesn't make sense to me. Just leave them alone. You don't have to be there. You don't have to listen to the music if you do not like the music. There's a scroll and pass thing for a reason. There's a I don't need to look at this for a reason. There's a earplugs. There's closing your eyes when they post. There's a unfollow, unlike button. You don't really need to go into someone's stuff and comment something negative, especially when you haven't listened to the music. You do not know what the music sounds like. It's very clear. People are being very mean. Well, I do understand it. I do understand why, because, if you've looked at Charlie D'Amelio's TikTok lately, she doesn't seem like she even really wants to post. She doesn't post as frequently as she used to, and the energy that she even gives to her dance moves, you can tell that she doesn't want to try anymore, because she's just been getting bullied. Her family's been getting ridiculed, which I do understand. I do see that. I do understand why people are so mad, because they also just recently announced that they're going to be doing a reality TV show. And people are wondering why people literally example Trisha Paytas thinks that they're really boring. Well, I do not completely disagree with her, because they do seem like a boring bunch, but it is what it is. You can decide not to watch it if they're boring. You can decide not to support them if you think they're privileged and they don't appreciate their viewers. You can choose not to look at this stuff and listen to all this stuff. It's not like they're YouTube is shoving their content up our faces, because if you go on the explore page, the majority of this TikTok people, and there's literally no persons of color. Not literally no, but very little people of color. It's just a bunch of Eurocentric looking people. That's just what I'm gonna say. That's just my opinion, and it's fine for me to have this opinion. But in having that opinion, I also can recognize that you have the choice to not. You can scroll past it. You can decide to watch it. You can also be you don't have to comment before watching. I feel like people need to give people the benefit of the doubt more, especially on social media, especially to these people, because they're also human, like you, with flesh. Do you feel bad when people say bad things about you? Just one person. Do you feel bad? I'm pretty sure you do. So imagine millions and millions of people attacking you. There's some people that do deserve that, e.g., I think Jeffree Star, because he's just proven time and time again that he's not it. There's some people that do deserve being ridiculed by millions of people, because they're just not it. But has the D'Amelio family done crazy stuff to that point of cancellation? No. They've done some bratty stuff. They've shown that they're kids, even if they're legally adults. I feel like up until the age of like 25, you're still considered a child. I still consider myself a child just because I'm not at that age yet. So like your brain isn't really mature. You haven't really lived enough life to really gain a lot of perspective, to really appreciate what you have. Not saying that they shouldn't appreciate what they have because they're at that position, but they haven't really experienced a lot of life yet. And their brain hasn't really developed that, ability to perspective take, the ability to, see things from a broader perspective. They haven't. So, people need to leave them alone, especially Charlie, because she's still 16. She's still legally underage. People need to leave them alone, let them grow. Well, yeah, not completely like enable them. Still tell them like, oh, this wasn't okay, that wasn't okay, but from an educating perspective, not from not from like just bad mouth, just insulting them or just making fun of them or bullying them. It's okay to say, I do not think, like critical, what's that word called? Just constructive criticism, not bullying. Okay, I feel like I'm done for today. I have ranted enough. If you want more of, educated rants, educated conversations, smart conversations, click the subscribe button. Make sure you like the video if you liked this. Bye-bye.